Hi, my name is Sullivan Delaney, and this is my final project for the Spring 2018 Global Ethics course at Virginia Tech. The moral issue that I'm going to discuss is the fact that groupthink in social media attempts to stop, mitigate, or restrict personal opinion. So groupthink, I'm going to bring a quote in here, as defined by psychologytoday.com, is the groupthink occurs when a group with a particular agenda makes irrational or problematic decisions because its members value harmony and coherence over accurate analysis and critical evaluation. The citation for this will be in the description. But the overall topic that I want to discuss is the fact that with our social media today, this is why it applies to the 21st century, the fact that it's so easy to discuss topics with people across the world with a click of the button on forums, websites, blogs, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, that with all these opinions, there are usually a collected mass on a certain side of the discussion. With that collective mass comes the fact that a lot of people are agreeing with each other, not because it's actual personal opinion, but more because either they're afraid to voice their personal opinion and be ridiculed by the larger group on the opposing side, or because they want to feel accepted in the group itself, and they feel that if they post it a certain way or they discuss the topic a certain way, they'll be righteous or more, aligned with society, even though that opinion may or may not be either a good one or the correct answer to a certain problem. Now, these problems could go across borders, anything as gun rights, free college, issue with the fact that there are thousands of homeless across the country. It doesn't matter. The point is, there are masses who have a certain opinion on the topic, and then people tend to flock to those for the reasons which I previously stated. That's why it applies in the 21st century, is because with our ability to discuss our personal opinions so easily, you tend to have these grouped ideas. A moral philosopher that we discussed during the Global Ethics course this semester is Adam Smith, and I'm going to apply him to the topic and the fact that he really valued sympathy towards others and a tendency to look after ourselves. So with a lot of these topics, the reason why people have a certain opinion one way or other is because of the sympathy towards others. So they tend to want to root for the underdog, regardless of being a right or wrong decision. They feel righteous and sometimes are often accepted with the group if they are defending the person who's or the group who are being more impacted by the discussion, regardless of it being a good or bad or whatever idea. And the tendency to look after ourselves. So the reason why that applies is because if there's a mass of people who believe in one way, there's often others who just join that opinion or have that opinion because they want to feel accepted and they want to look after themselves and the fact that they don't want to be the one on the outside. And they're afraid to voice their own opinion because of such. The political philosopher that I chose is John Stuart Mill, and his talks about the greatest happiness approach, and the fact that many people will do, or they'll make their actions based off the fact that they want to have the greatest amount of happiness. So regardless of what the public opinion may be on a certain topic, if agreeing with it makes you the happiest because you feel accepted, then John Stuart Mill would often argue that the person's going to have that opinion, or at least pretend to have that opinion because of such. So that's why this problem is so common today in our society, and the fact that it skews the moral acceptance across the board is because no one really wants to challenge what the mass has decided is the correct answer to certain social problems. So what I think we should do as a whole, as a society, is really look at the First Amendment and understand that everyone has the right to free speech, which means they can voice their own opinion on anything they want to talk about. Now, does it mean everyone's opinions is the right opinion or the correct way about doing things? No. But it does mean that if you're going to have a debate, at the end of the day, you have to step back and think, okay, well, yes, I completely disagree with this person, but understand that he's allowed to have that opinion. He's allowed to think that. He's allowed to say that. Now, it doesn't mean I have to accept his opinion. It doesn't mean that I have to allow that to interfere with mine or whoever's lives. But I think the reason why these people don't want to voice their opinions is because they're afraid that that society is just going to shun them. And that's just not the right answer. You need to be able to debate every topic, and you need to be able to have free speech on every topic. So in order to fix this problem, I think the society needs to understand that, yes, there may be a right or wrong answer. No, someone voicing the wrong answer is the wrong thing to do. So we need to make sure that every single idea is allowed to be debated, and I think that's going to fix this issue that we're having in our society today.